If you're doing a military relocation this year and you're PCSing to another base, then you need to hear these new rules about the household goods move that have just changed this year, and it's going to be important for you to know to make your household goods move as smooth as possible. There's a whole new set of rules to doing a household goods move from this point forward, and if you're not aware of these new rules, you could end up with a lot of headaches. So we're going to go over this video and explain what all has changed with doing a PCS move and make sure that you don't have any more headaches than you're already in for. Hey guys, I'm Chris, your real estate problem solver, and if you're relocating your military move to Robins Air Force Base, make sure to look me up. I can help you with anything pertaining to real estate. I'm 20 years real estate investor, real estate agent, and Robins Air Force Base employee. So I've gotten pretty good at dealing with military relocations and anything real estate you may need in this area. So let's get into the household goods move. So household goods moves have been changed over to a new contract under GHC, Global Household Goods Contract. Now, how does this pertain to you being a military member? Well, now when you go in to do your move, there's a few different changes that they've made that you need to be aware of, and if you don't pay attention, you could end up with a lot more headaches than you would really need to have. Now, if you haven't done a military move before, this probably won't pertain to you, because the first time movers coming out of tech school or coming out of boot camp, you're usually not going to have access to any of this information, so your COs should be able to get you in front of the proper channels to get your first move started and get your profile up. Now, if you've done moves before, or if you've already been issued your CAT card, then I'm talking to you. So, first thing you're going to need to do, if you haven't done it this way before, just pay attention. Go to Military One Source. That's the most accurate link inside there to get into the system. When you go into Military One Source, you're going to look for log into DPS. Now, this is the part that's still the same as it used to be. When you get into DPS, on the left side, the first thing that's going to ask you is create a new shipment or already have a shipment in DPS. Don't click already have a shipment. Click on new shipment. Now, up to this point, everything is still the same as it used to be. But once it goes into create a new shipment, it's going to start asking you a series of questions. Now, I'll go ahead and warn you, if you're doing an overseas move, things probably aren't going to change. That part has not been transitioned over to the new system. But if you're doing a cross-country move, then you're going to be answering questions pertaining to the shipment that you're sending out, and it's going to direct you to the new MilMove system. Now, I will warn you now, there are people who have already tried to game the system to go into the old platform to get their move booked under the old rules. Well, guess what? The people in TMO and the GIPSO offices are already aware of this going on, and if your shipment is supposed to be in MilMove and it's not in MilMove, they're going to cancel it and they're going to make you do it over again. So don't try to game the system. They're already wise to all the tricks. So go ahead and answer the questions honestly, and if it goes into MilMove naturally, then that's where you're supposed to be. Now, once you get through the series of questions, let me remind you, there is one question that says something about, do you have your CAT card? Now, this is going to be a trick question. What it should say is, have you ever had a CAT card? Because the reason I say this is because if you've done military relocations before, or you've had a CAT card in the past, but you're a separatee or you're a retiree and you've turned in your CAT card, you've still been in the system before. So go ahead and put yes. If you put no, that means you're a new hire. If you're not a new hire and you're not fresh out of tech school, don't put no. Everybody has a CAT card, or everybody that has had a CAT card somewhere in the past, put yes. Now, with that being said, if you are a separatee or a retiree and you have not left yet, go ahead and go through these instructions. Go into the new MilMove system, set up your profile. You don't have to set up a move. I know. I'm going to be staying in my area. I'm not going to be moving. I've got a great job here. I'm just going to retire and I'm going to stay in my area. I understand that. But life happens. And TMO have already seen people that have come in, they've signed off they've out processed, they've signed out a virtual and all that information, and they got a job, or they thought they had a job, things changed, and now all of a sudden they've got to move out of state. Well, they still got their military move, so they can use their military move. But if you don't do what I'm telling you, then you're going to end up paying for your own move yourself because you can't get into the system. So, if you're separating or you're retiring and you haven't used your move yet, go ahead, log into the system, and you will get your username and your login information. You will record it and you will hold on to it. If life changes and later on down the road, you need to exercise your right to your last move, you'll be able to get into the system and roll on from there without any trouble. Now, another tricky question that's in that series is going to be, do you have more than 2 pickup locations or more than 2 delivery locations? Now, it's not uncommon for somebody to have their primary residence as a pickup and then also a storage unit, or their primary residence and an office on base to be picked up. That's not a big deal as long as it's within close proximity, no big deal. But it does say if you have more than 2. If you do have more than 2, 3, 4, then call the TMO office and find out what to do about that. So after you've gone in and you set up your questions, you've answered everything correctly, it's going to go to a page that has a validation code. The first thing you do is copy that code. You hit copy it, paste it, I don't care what you do with it. Save it, write it down, put it on the back of your hand. Just make sure you've got that code. Once you've got that code, then you press OK. If you press OK and you don't record that code, you just messed up. That's where the clincher is going to be, because that code is going to get you back into the profile later on down the road if you need to log in to set up a move and you don't have your cat card anymore. Now, once you've got that code, you're going to go through the rest of the process of filling out your information, your DOD ID, your first name, last name, email, all that good stuff. Okay? Then you're going to go into your profile and it's going to ask you a series of questions just like it has before with your household goods or your PPM. This pertains to personally procured moves as well. And you're going to fill out all that information. When you get all the way up to the point where it says, I need your orders information, go ahead and fill out as much as you can. When it starts asking you to create a new shipment and you're not going anywhere, that's where you stop. Okay? At this point, you should have your validation code. You should have a username. Use your personal email, not your military email, because if you're leaving, especially if you're leaving, you're not going to have your military email anymore. So make sure that you've got a personal email that you're using and that validation code. Now, you'll be able to log back into the system, win, lose, or draw. Whether you need to or not, you'll have it there. Now, if you go into the system and you are creating a move for a household goods shipment, or you're creating a move for a personally procured move, go on through, finish everything just like you normally would. Now, with this being in the new system, this is under a new contract. Once the TMO office finishes with you and sends you to a move manager, they're pretty much out of the game. From this point on, there's new platforms that they use to track you, to track the moving company, to track the packers, and you should be able to log into this new system and be able to tell who's doing what, when, where, and how. So if somebody doesn't show up at your front door like they're supposed to be, you'll be able to log into the system and find out where they are, or log into the system and find out who you need to contact to start kicking in some heads. Now, the other part is your PPM. Now, of course, normally your PPM, you would create your move here. You would create your move at origin. Doesn't necessarily mean you're at Robins Air Force Base. But wherever it is that you're at, you would create your move. You'd go to your destination, and then if you're retiring or you're separating, you would send your credentials and send your paperwork and your weight tickets back to your origin office. That's not the case anymore. If you are retiring or you're separating and your last move is a PPM, wherever it is that you go, be aware of where your closest base is, because your closest TMO office to your destination, that's where you're going to turn in your paperwork. Everything that they've got in the new MilMove system is 100% online. So the only thing you're going to need to upload into the system are going to be your orders if you're moving, your PCSing, your separation entitlement, which will be your home of record, your retirement entitlement paperwork form, which will be your home of selection, and your weight tickets if you're doing a PPM. Everything else will pretty much be already in the system. But of course, make sure to get a briefing from your TMO office and let them give you the full rundown of what's going on. Now, all these rules pertaining to MilMove pertain to cross-country moves. If you're going overseas or you're going outside the continental US, then you're probably going to be using the old system. The questions that you answer in the system are going to dictate where you go and where your shipment is getting inputted at. Now, if you are doing a cross-country move and you're doing a household goods move through MilMove, then you're going to be setting up with the new system, which uses HomeSafe. Now, HomeSafe is a platform that manages this contract. So any information that you need will be going through that. So make sure that you keep an eye on your emails that'll be coming from HomeSafe. Now, if you haven't done a military move in a long time, you can always check out this video right here that explains exactly how to do your military move. All the basics are still the same. How to take care of your house, how to get it prepped, what they're going to be doing when they come out there. Okay, so watch this video and that'll give you the rundown on how to get your house ready for the move. And if you're getting ready to leave the Robins Air Force Base area, make sure to contact me. If you need to sell your house, I'm right here. And as always, keep excellence in everything you do. Thank you for your service, and we'll see you on the next one.